It's the J1 League Goal Zone, Match Week 8 coming up from the J1 League, and there's a new leader in town. The top four go head-to-head in this round, and top spot is still very hot, and much is up for grabs. Kashiwa got a crack at the champions as they headed to Kawasaki to kick off the weekend, while the Antlers were back at home to take on the Marinos. Sagan were off to Kyoto to defend their unbeaten streak. Frontale had lost their spot atop the table and seemed to be struggling more in the early going this season. But still defending champions for a reason, they could make a statement by defending home turf with a win against the high-flying Vissel. The visitors were right on the champions' heels and within reach of topping the table. Here's Reece Roshan Rai.
Another one who's got the invention in those attacking midfield positions, Matteo Savio. Been excellent in support of Hosoya and attack Koyamatsu. Lovely bit of skill to open up that space for the shot himself. Savio's not too happy that he went for goal. To be fair to Koyamatsu, you can't blame him. Created that opportunity all on his own. Yamamura just wanted far too much time on the ball. Koyamatsu into Hosoya. Played away by Yamane. It's gone all the way through to Damiao. Does he have the pace? The sprint away from that defense and find the finish. It's a great save from Kim Seung-gyu. Has to backtrack, get back into his penalty area. That's excellent goalkeeping. Kenny from this corner. Tono swings it in. It's fallen to Yamamura. Marcinho on the rebound. And he scored for Kawasaki Frontale. Marcinho, his third goal of the season. Actually in an offside position as it comes off his back into the path of Marcinho. It's something the VAR will be looking at. I think once he's seen that, I don't think he can give the goal. Yeah, he's disallowed it. So Marcinho stays on 2 goals for the season. Homegrown players in that Kashiwa Race All 11 as Marcinho breaks away here, finds Damiao! Expertly finished by Leandro Damiao! Coolly slots it past Kim Seung-gyu. And Marcinho, who's been a threat with his pace down the left-hand side, has just too much of it for Keita Nakamura. Marcinho picking up his first assist of the season. But how about that for a finish from the big Brazilian striker, Leandro Damiao. Able to just cut that one out for the moment, although it's fallen to Ienaga. To Damiao. Does well to keep hold of it. Ienaga back into the box for Tono! That's a great save from Kim Seung-gyu. Good flowing move from Kawasaki Frontale at the start of the second half. Tono. In onto the head of Schmidt. It's come to Taniguchi. Can Damiao pounce and finish that? Has the flag gone up? It has. It has. There will be a check. There will be a VAR check. Yeah, Damiao's convinced that he was onside to put that one home. There's an overload at the back post, and Joao Schmidt, the first header, but it's not Damiao who's offside. It is Taniguchi. And the referee's seen enough, and that's it for Kawasaki Frontale. They go back top of the table thanks to this man, Leandro Damiao. Opening the scoring for them. The commanding display from Kawasaki Frontale sees them win this one over Kashiwa Reysol by 1-0.
Shimizu's winless run was extended to 5 after they played out a draw last time out, and now faced a tricky task against Gamba. The visitors, having lost just once in their last 7 on the road, could cause some trouble in Shizuoka. But here in only the 4th minute, it was Shimizu who had the opening chance. After a nice move down the left-hand side, Yuito Suzuki curling that one beyond the far post. As the first half came to a close, it was Shimizu once more who threatened to score. Again, the build-up was down the left-hand side, this time Rion Yamahara going close. Into the second half now, and it was still Shimizu who were putting on the pressure. Suzuki getting to the byline, his cross finds Oh Se-hyun, who takes 2 bites of the cherry to eventually open the scoring. That seemed to generate a sense of urgency for Gamba. Shu Kurata's cross finding Leandro Pereira, his header hitting the foot of the post in the 87th minute. Would there still be time for an equaliser? When the opportunity did come, it was from the dead ball in the 97th minute. Yuki Yamamoto trying to curl his free kick beyond the wall, but they do their job only to see the rebound fall to Kosuke Onose, who drives home the equaliser, and the points are shared. 4 wins from their last 5, and Tokyo's purple patch of form would be a cause for some concern to the visiting Urawa. The Reds came into this one on back-to-back draws, and having only won once in their last 4, it would be hard to see them topping the hosts in this one. Here's Glenn Mascarenhas.
Morishige. Here's Nagai. Oh, Nagai finding the gap there. And that's a decent enough shot, but turned away by Nishikawa. Oh, Kensuke Nagai. He's such an effective player on the wings. Watanabe was on target. Oh, this could have just been a tad bit dangerous and absolutely beaten there. David Moberg. Well, they are having a chat there, and he's not happy, so that's going to be ruled out. Here's Nagatomo. Misdemeanor in the box, we are going to see it. Well, the referee's flag did go up. Osaka. Shibato in. It's Koizumi, sorry. Well, that's turned away, but not for too long. It could have been a goal, unfortunately, put past the post. A decent enough header to set that up. Morishige, well, does not entirely clear it, puts it right in the path of the opposition, and a bit unfortunate. Well, there was a definite opportunity here, but I don't know if you heard it, but there definitely was a good bit of a whip there when Nishikawa put his foot out. It's taken by Urawa, and that's a good save. Goes airborne for that one. Jakob Słowick, and 10 on 10 there to Kenny Urawa. Certainly had that on target. Oh, that's a beauty that's been put away. Nishikawa, but just holding his own here. Lovely save, and what a sublime effort from Adelton. That's full time right here at the Ajinomoto Stadium. So the teams drop points, and it's FC Tokyo 0, Urawa Reds 0.
You know, I think it was a difficult game, you know, difficult opponent. Weather also was very hot today. And we need to have like a respect to 1 point. Like always, we want to win every game like today. But, you know, we'll have like a focus to what we need to fix it in the future, and we need to train about this. And I think winning is the most important thing.
Kobe's woeful start to the season hit a new low, 9 games and no wins. With new manager Miguel Angel Lotina on board, to try and turn things around, his first task was Cerezo. The away side had taken a loss last time around, but they'd be expected to bring the fight to the hosts. Here's Rish Roshan Rai once more.
Interesting combination down that right-hand side of the pitch. Hatsuse, very much a left-footed player, playing as an inverted winger. Quick throw in. He's catching that Vissel Kobe defense off guard. Well, early on, Yamada with a chance to get the opener for Cerezo. Quickly play forward here by Cerezo. Tameda twisting and turning, gets a shot away. Saved by Maekawa. Shio taking it down and away from Iniesta. Yamanaka swings another one in. That's a great delivery, and that's a wonderful opening goal for Cerezo. Mutsuki Kato with his first goal of the season. to an excellent cross from Yosuke Yamanaka. And that's a superb header from Mutsuki Kato. Sakai, Iniesta, Yamaguchi gives it back to Iniesta. Wonderful triangles at play from Vissel Kobe down the left-hand side. It's brought back in by Iniesta, and an opportunity for Koya Yuruki to get the equalizer for the home side. Sakai, Yamaguchi, Iniesta. Again, Iniesta looking to try and create trouble that Yuruki can't put away. An opportunity later on. Kikuchi off the post. He can't put that one away. In the second half, it was Kikuchi with the header. Ohihara struggling under pressure from Bruno Mendes. And that will be it for Vissel Kobe. 10 J1 games still without a win for Cerezo. Mutsuki Kato with a 27th minute opener, which turned out to be the winner for the away side.
Another loss for Kobe, and still nothing going right for them after 10 games. When we come back, the Antlers try to keep their place at the top with the Marinos in town. Stay with us. Thanks for being here on the J1 League Goal Zone. Can't get enough of the goals? Well, not to worry, we have plenty more where they came from. Let's get straight back to the action. Sanfrecce stunned Yokohama last week and made it back-to-back victories coming into this fixture. They now go in search of their third against Avispa, and with the away side winning just one game so far this season, the ball was very much in Sanfrecce's court. Not much to get too excited about in the first half, the only real highlight coming here in the 27th minute. Tomoya Fuji hustling on the edge of the box, gets his cross in, Ryo Nagai's header wide of the mark. Into the second half now, and with the hope of more action, but it didn't come until the 59th minute. Attempting to get a hold of the loose ball in the penalty area, Makoto Mitsuta gets kicked in the backside by Yuya Yamagishi, and standing right over the incident, the referee sees everything and gives a penalty. Nagai steps up and drives the ball firmly to his left. That's well turned away by Masaki Murakami. Still no goals, and here we are in the 68th minute. Jordi Crew does well to get his cross in from the right-hand side. A good first touch from Juanma Delgado, and that's a fantastic reflex save from Keisuke Osako. Still goalless, and with 4 minutes into time added on for stoppages, Sanfrecce on the attack. Surely their last of the contest. Shunki Higashi with an outswinging left-footed cross. Kosei Shibasaki with a diving header. Sanfrecce steal the points moments before the final whistle. 5 wins in a row, and the Antlers were looking to protect that streak as they hosted Yokohama. After a shock loss for the Marinos in midweek, they were in town with a point to prove, and a big test lay ahead for them in Ibaraki. The first 3 big chances of the game fell to the Kashima Antlers. A deep 25th minute cross from Yuma Suzuki finds Arthur Keika, who rises high and rattles the crossbar with that header. 4 minutes before the break, and the ball over the top finds Ayase Ueda, who takes a wonderful first touch, but sends his shot directly towards the goalkeeper Yohei Takaoka. Into the second half now, and it's still Kashima looking for the opener. The outswinging corner is pinged in towards Kento Misao, whose header is brilliantly tipped away by Takaoka. Just past the hour mark now, and it's time for the Marinos to register their first significant chance of the game. Ryuta Koiki puts the ball into the danger zone. Ryo Miechi can only put a shin on it, and that's not quite good enough to open the scoring. Less than 10 minutes left now, and Anderson Lopez attacks an outswinging corner, and that's a bullet header to take the lead. 4 minutes later, and it's Kashima's opportunity to put some outswing on a corner. The ball falls to Kim Min-tae, but he blazes that opportunity over the bar. The perfect counterpunch would come from the visitors. Elba with the 89th minute cross, Takuma Nishimura heading home, and now they're 2 up. From there on, it seemed as if the home team had lost the will to compete. A nice ball from Elba finds Leo Chiara. He pulls the ball back, and the Kashima skipper Misao puts it into his own net. A bad day at the office for the Antlers, losing this one 3-0 in front of their own fans.
The result is tough at the end when you lose 0-3 at home, but first of all against a good opponent, and in the first half a very good game from our side. I think 60 minutes was a good game, then we suffered a lot. Normally we have to lead 1-0, we deserve it, but we didn't score, and then after a corner kick they scored the first goal, and then the reaction was not so good, but yeah. It helps me, it helps the team to work with them and to make the next progress.
3 defeats in a row for bottom side Shonan, and they'd be desperate to get off the mark as their winless start to the season continued last time out. Another side struggling for form at the moment, Jubilo, were winless in 4, but had recently held the champions to a draw. So whose misery would continue and who'd get the chance to turn things around? 20 minutes into the first half and a decent cross from Kazuki Oiwa. Ricardo Graca almost turning the ball into his own net. Instead, he had the goalkeeper to thank for saving his embarrassment. 8 minutes later, it was Ryuki Miura who was once again their saviour, this time denying Ryo Takahashi's shot, which took a deflection at close quarters. Here's Jubilo's first significant foray in the 31st minute. Yuki Otsu with the cross, Kenyu Sugimoto with a giant leap, his header though, hitting the apex. Now with only 5 minutes left, Jubilo again looking to take the lead. Heading down the right-hand side, Ryo Herman checks to his left, his shot takes another deflection, and once again the woodwork is involved. 2 minutes later, and the last chance of the game fell to Shonan. The long throw-in is headed clear, but it only falls to Yosuke Segawa. Outside the box, his tremendous effort once again denied by the goal frame. This one ends 0-0, an entertaining contest, but the points are shared. After 6 straight draws, Consadole were on the end of a 5-0 hammering by Sagan, and that had handed them their first loss. They now travelled to Nagoya, looking to bounce back, but the hosts were unbeaten at home in their last 13 games and looking for their second win in a row. Mark Richmond has your commentary.
Year after year, they've punched above their weight. Currently in the bottom 3, though, looking for inspiration, looking for something to happen. Sugino with a splendid save, and somehow Sakai couldn't regain his balance to slot the ball into an empty net. But that was the danger, and once again, Consadole Sapporo and the defender switch off. Miyazawa totally just stood still there. Swung to the far post to Miyazawa! 1-0 Consadole Sapporo. All that they really deserve. Another assist for Fukumori, his 49th in a Consadole Sapporo jersey. And that was delivered on a plate for Captain Miyazawa to score his first goal in 48 games. Oh, it spilled, and it comes off the upright, and Sugino for the Consadole Sapporo goalkeeper. There we go, very easy. All he had to do was to field it, but he spilt it right in front of Sakai. Arano running into space, freeing up Aoki. He skips away from a challenge easily. Aoki, brilliant ball! And the first touch for the substitute turns into goal. Taika Nakashima, yes, they have unearthed another gem. Arano did it all and gave the responsibility to Aoki. Skipped away from Matios easily and found a super cross over the head of the very tall Fuji onto the head of the sprightly youngster who's got his second of the season through the legs of Mitch Langerick. Broken clear, Nakashima is there, Takamine
tucks it into the back of the net. Is it onside though? I'm sure VAR will check it. Was Nakashima onside? That's the big question. Oh, I think he's off. I think he's off. This one will be chalked out. I think he's just off. To be prepared that it's not going to be a goal. Presents the ball right back. This is Matios. Single-handedly drag this team right back into it now. Cross very deep, the space opening up for Soma! Brilliant save by Sugino, flying into the orbit and pushing it out over the crossbar. Two splendid saves and almost gifting an equalizer. Matios and Soma. Matios in the end takes this. It's a dangerous delivery. Yet again it comes off the upright. Leo Silva trying to clip it to the far post. Not enough elevation behind that. Easy catch at the end for Sugino, who was struggling all the way to get at the end of that free kick. It came through a sea of players, and I don't think anyone got a touch to it. It's 2 goals for Consadole Sapporo. This, their 100th J1 League win for the Sapporo side, but more importantly, their first win of the 2022 campaign. The final score, Nagoya Grampus 0, Consadole Sapporo 2.
The only unbeaten side in the league, Tosu, had kept 4 clean sheets in a row and would fancy their chances of another positive outcome in Kyoto. The host would be looking to star striker Peter Utaka to invade the stoic Sagan defence and add to his tally of 4 goals so far this season. Utaka would exert his influence early on. Here we are in the 10th minute, waiting in the box for the ball to be centred. Kosuke Shirai does just that. Quick feet from Utaka, and that's 1-0. 3 minutes later, and Kyoto would be 2 up. Sota Kawasaki, unmarked at the far post, heads home the corner, and that's his first goal in the J1 League. 18 minutes into the second half, and a wonderful goal kick finds Shunta Araki on the right-hand side. The ball is quickly squared to Yuki Kakita, but his efforts are foiled by some great work from Shogo Asada. Time then for Utaka to exert his influence once more, jumping on the loose back pass and then making the goalkeeper and defender look rather silly. That's 3-0 to the home team and 6 goals for Utaka so far this season. That puts him top of the goal-scoring chart. There was time in the 77th minute for Sagan to muster some kind of consolation. Mendes adjudged to have handled the ball in the penalty area. Yuji Ono emphatically sends the penalty home, but despite their anxiety to get the ball back to the centre spot quickly, that's all the time they had, and this one finished 3-1.
First goal was it's a beautiful play and from the beautiful teamwork, and then a nice cut back from Kosuke. So I need to stay calm and put it at the back of the net. Then the second one, it's individual, and yeah, when I'm in that position, I want to score as much as possible because last game against Gamba, I missed some that I'm not supposed to miss. So I'm very, very extra motivated and focused in this game.
Our look at Matchweek 8 sees a crucial win at the top of the table then. Kawasaki beating Kashiwa 1-0. And a late goal from Gamba sees Shimizu drop points in Shizuoka. An excellent performance from both keepers in Tokyo kept the game goalless, while another injury time winner in Hiroshima handed Sanfrecce 3 points. A first win at Kashima in 10 years for the Marinos after beating them 3-0. The other milestone of the week saw Consadole celebrate their 100th win with a 2-0 victory in Nagoya. Frontale showing their mettle this week, a win to retake first place, and they're now 2 points clear of Yokohama. The Marinos gathered 3 points this time around and took second place to push the Antlers into third. Kyoto move up to 7th, and 3 straight wins see Sanfrecce into the top half of the table. Kobe's search for their first win continues, and it's the same story for Shonan, both teams struggling to find their way and firmly entrenched at the bottom. 3 sides on 7 points are just 1 position away from the danger zone. Time for us to say goodbye then. Thanks for your lovely company once again. My name's Steve Dawson, and we'll see you next time on the J1 League Goal Zone.